And that one misses. Quincy Acy's checked in for Sacramento. Watson comes in for Darren Collison. And Memphis also making a switch. Samuel Dalembert, he's checked in for Brandon Wright. Watson kicks to Acy. To the middle. Here's Neal. Green with the block. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Conley, the pass to Stevenson. Back to Conley. Memphis moving it around. And Dalembert with the slam.
Couldn't have dreamed of a much better start here than they've had today.
I think the offensive game plan they came in with was right on point. It's worked perfectly, and the lead they already have is proof in the pudding.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. And here's Freak. Dishes to Acy. Watson for three. That is good. Watson's got himself on the board with 3 there. The basket's coming early and often in the first quarter. Grizzlies lead by 7. Live from Sacramento. And the Grizzlies, a team that's dealt with their share of tough playoff losses. But, you know, you talked to point guard Mike Conley, and as he told us before the game, he still feels a championship is within reach. One big reason why not them is what happened to Conley. Greg losing him in the playoffs last year was the biggest adversity they went through. Can you make a case that it just made them tougher, or did it really take something out of them?
You know, Kevin, it's really hard to say. A tough break, obviously, losing Mike, and I mean that literally as well. But their problems did set them back, and maybe they can be just as good as anybody else, but until they are, they're going to have some issues.
Marco Bellinelli.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And looking at what we've seen from the Grizzlies, what do you guys think?
You know, it's been about how solid they've been offensively here, really tuned in with one another.
Good ball movement, and it's paid off on the scoreboard.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. On the court right now for the Kings. Watson out there with Bellinelli. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. Then there's Caspi. And it's Acy in at the 4-man position. Both free throws good from Bellinelli. And the big group substitution here for Sacramento. Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Cousins. Freak comes in for Quincy Acy. Marcus Thornton, he's checked in for Marco Bellinelli. And it's Collison in for C.J. Watson. And here we go, the Grizzlies on a fast break. Green dishes to Allen. Rebound by the Kings. Last game matchup with the Suns, a tough loss there.
You know what, a lot of three-pointers, but for me more so, it was the shot selection on those three-pointers. I just felt like they were just too trigger-happy from downtown.
You know, Greg, sometimes you're able to shoot your way out of a slump, but they just kept making things worse. Sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets.
And he misses the second one as well, so he is 0 for 2 that time. Stevenson drives in. The shot is off. Great D that time from Collison. No good from Caspi.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Stevenson with it. Green with a screen on Collison. Here's Stevenson. Cauley-Stein grabs the board. Cauley-Stein's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Allen against Collison. And Neal kicks to Cauley-Stein. And the pass to Collison. Just 5 on the clock. And there's the 3-second violation. No one had more success at the foul line last season than this group of players. Second, Marcus Thornton.
The pressure is always there when you're at the foul line. It's you in the basket. You're all alone. But the really good free throw shooters are the ones that can knock them down at a high rate. And this guy is on that list because he was able to block out the distraction and follow his routine.
JaMychal Green.
That's good. We've got 1:08 left to play in the first half. Collison with it. Now guarded by Stevenson. Neal passes to Caspi. And it's good. Caspi's got his first 2 points of the night.
There it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great position inside.
Yeah, just getting the ball into the post has to be option number one for them right now.
Here's Stevenson. That's good.
Lance Stephenson.
Stevenson's got his second bucket tonight.
He got a little room at the rim and laid it in. Great play.
Collison against Allen. And Caspi kicks to Collison. Pass to Thornton. Three-pointer. And Wright pulls it down.
It's just been a brutal outing for him. He still hasn't managed to make a shot, and the team is struggling because of it.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Neal dishes to Cauley-Stein. Right side, Collison. Here's Neal. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
Nice shot there without a second.
Okay, pay attention so we can cover some stuff. We're capable of much better basketball than we played in the first half. Our field goal percentage has to come up in the second half. The shots just weren't dropping, but stay at it. That'll change after the break. I'd also love to see us get our three-point game going. That would really help us trim the deficit. And don't worry too much about our tempo this half. We'll take what the defense gives us, whether it's on the break or on the half-court set. We shouldn't be down this far at the half to any team, especially not this team. Let's show some self-respect and get out there and turn this thing around.
Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. Without question, and the Kings will go for a different look here. Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Cousins. Freak comes in for Monty Eunice. Bellinelli, he's checked in for Marcus Thornton. And it's Watson in for Darren Collison. Taking a look at the Grizzlies. Tony Snell is out there with Green. Then it's Conley. Then it's Brandon Wright. And it's Stevenson in at the 2. Good on that shot, and with that, the Memphis lead is cut down to 1 on the bucket from Neal. Memphis has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Now Stevenson. He has 6. Green, the screen. Off the screen. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2.
And a moment here to check out the numbers for Mike Conley. Good season for him last year. He was around 16 points a game, 10 assists, and just over 2 steals. And just look at those scoring totals. He's been doing what he does best, putting points on the board.
Absolutely. I mean, he has those real natural scoring instincts. The ability to find creases in the defense, just fantastic.
Some nice ball movement here by the Kings. Kept alive. Here's Cauley-Stein, and the go-ahead bucket, no good.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
It's deflected. Now, here's Watson. The feed now to Caspi. For the lead, and it's Wright sending it back. Fast break, Memphis. Got a piece of it, and that's out of bounds. Memphis will retain possession. And the Grizzlies with some changes. Gasol comes in for JaMychal Green, and Allen subbed in for Tony Snell.
Tony Allen.
Gasol kicks to Stevenson. And a miss there on the triple. The Kings trailing. Here's Watson. Feeds to Caspi, and it's going to be a 3-second call.
Having a chance here to check out how the Grizzlies ranked in the NBA last season. First in points off the break, fifth in opponent field goal percentage. And they made their way into the top 10 in second chance points. I mean, this is a team that really emphasized chasing down missed shots, and they did a pretty good job of it.
And as one of the premier transition teams in the league, nobody could get out and run like they do. The first thing they looked to do when they got the ball in their hands was push it, and they did that really well.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And it's Stevenson finishing it off.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum.
Caspi passes to Neal. Gets some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. Neal's got 4 points this quarter. Outside Conley. Marcus Gasol picks up the foul. That'll be foul number 5 on him. Some changes here for the Kings. Freaks checked in for Cauley-Stein, and Quincy Aces subbed in for Monty Eunice. Memphis also making some changes. Allen Bear comes in for Marc Gasol, and it's Green in for Brandon Wright. Neal, he's in at center. Bellinelli is out there with Watson. Then it's Quincy Aces, and it's Caspi in at the small forward. That's the 5 out there for the Kings. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Conley gets the bucket.
And really smart to draw his man out to the perimeter. He's giving up too much size to be effective inside.
Showed nice basketball IQ. I agree, Greg. I mean, if he finds his spot on the perimeter and doesn't force it, I think his outside shot will be hard to block no matter who's defending it.
So it's the Kings winning this one easily. They poured it on tonight, Clark. A dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
I don't think they have anything but positives to take away from this win. Offensively, defensively, every aspect of the game, it all went right for them.
And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, DeMarcus, congratulations on the win tonight. We know you're a very intense player, but tonight you...
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Many thanks, Kevin. So now we move on to our Jordan player of the game, DeMarcus Cousins. He found his rhythm in the second half, and there was no stopping him then. He was locked and loaded.
Well, he came to rescue the team tonight, Ernie. Things were getting desperate for him, and the consecutive losses kept mounting. But he put them on his back, and he responded exactly the way he needed to.
His game was all about effort tonight. Those valuable second chance opportunities were huge. He didn't just put in the work on the defensive side. I think it was the extra effort on the offensive glass.
And that'll do it for tonight. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson. Have a good night, everybody.